Talk 101 BYOB edition. I'm your host, Team Jaws.
I'm USMC.
And basically what we're going to do, welcome to the playoffs first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the both matchups that are playing this week. Obviously you got two people on bye, you got Dolphins and Big Nick on bye. But we do have two playoff matches this week, and we're going to talk about them, kind of run through them, tell them our thoughts and what we think is going to happen.
I'm very ready to go.
All right, let's jump into it. We got Killer India Pale Ale going up against Soup Sandwich.
Pale Ale projected at 149.
Yep.
Soup Sandwich 168.
And they're projected close, and I like that. I really like close projections because it makes the game even better.
Yep.
We've got Stephen Ridley on Killer India Pale Ale going up against Houston. I do not like that matchup.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Houston's D really strong this year.
Yeah.
And New England's got Vereen too.
Yeah.
They've been kind of swapping back and forth.
That's true.
So it's, you know, if Ridley's not getting it done, they'll go to Vereen real quick, and there goes your points.
Yep, exactly. And Houston's defense, you know, they lost Brian Cushing, but they have, you know, been sticking together and playing well. I really like Houston's D. Stephen Ridley, I don't know about that one. Speaking of defenses, though, let's go to Bears defense. He does have Bears defense #1 in the league, going up against Minnesota, who
crushed last time.
Yeah.
No Percy Harving on offense. I mean,
and Christian Ponder.
And Ponder is hit or miss, man, but he's really not been doing very well since Percy Harving left.
Yep.
You know, Percy Harving chased down a lot of his passes that were not quite there, and we'll see what happens.
Yep. Quarterback situation, Killer India Pale Ale does have Freeman going up against the Eagles, who I like. You know, the Eagles defense not very good.
I mean, going against the Eagles, your quarterback instantly gains 10 points.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's amazing.
Yep. And he did bench Palmer, who scored 26 points on Thursday night. Kind of respectable, but let's hope that to make that switch look good, let's hope Freeman can put up over 26 and make him look smart on that switch out.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that is kind of hard, you know, with Freeman and Palmer, you don't know who to play. Palmer's, you know.
Yeah, and it sucks when you have a quarterback player on your bench who does a solid, you know, 26.
Yeah.
Because I would take that. And then you're hoping your next, you know, your quarterback you started does bad.
Well, and that's the other thing when they play on Thursday. You know, you go, oh, 26 points. Now, is that gonna affect me on Sunday? Is Freeman gonna do less or more? And then you got to sit there for 4 days and think about that. You know, so,
hate it.
Especially in the playoffs, it's got to
sweat me.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's got let's go to the Randall Cobb Jennings because
Okay.
this will link the two together.
Right.
Pale Ale's got Cobb, who's been doing really good. You know, after half the season, he's done really well. He's really fast, and he's got good chemistry with Aaron Rodgers. Now, Soup Sandwich is thrown in Jennings, who just came back last week from the groin injury. And, you know, Jennings didn't do bad last week.
He's always been Rodgers' favorite receiver.
Always. And then, you know, but then this year's been Cobb because Jennings been out.
So that's the question. Like, do you go with the veteran who you know can catch the ball, or do you go with your hot hand that you've been playing all year and Randall Cobb? You know, it's hard to decide who is going to take this one. Jennings is older, obviously. Cobb is faster, blah, blah, blah. Jennings has more experience. What are you going to do? That's going to be interesting. I kind of like that.
It is going to be very interesting. And, you know, they still have one other receiver out there, James Jones,
right?
Who every once in a while does do really good. And then, of course, they lost, who did they lose last week?
Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson.
They've lost him a couple times this year.
And so, you know, it could help either one. We'll see what goes on there.
Well, it could go a battle between Cobb and Jennings, and then James Jones gets all the touchdowns.
You never know. And that would be fun.
That would actually be
Here we got Soup Sandwich who's played Decker, who put up 16 points on Thursday. Not too bad.
No.
I think it's projected a little bit higher, but, you know, you can't complain about 16 points.
No, it's better than 8.
Yes, much better than 8. This is double digits.
Right.
Breeze against the Giants.
Yeah. Drew Brees putting up five interceptions, you know, a couple weeks ago. I don't think he's going to do that again against the Giants.
I don't think he'll do it again. He was really down on himself.
Yeah.
He's been playing really well, and New Orleans is really coming together at the end of the season.
Yeah.
They've been doing really good.
They have. They started out really poorly at the beginning of the year, and now they've kind of come back into the Saints that we know. So, you know, I like Drew Brees in this situation. Running back situation, he did get Marcus Murray back, which is good. I know he was hurting on running back, so he got him back. And great pickup on Bryce Brown, you know, picking him up against Tampa Bay.
Who would have thought?
I had no idea.
Explosive player, amazing.
No idea who he was until a couple weeks ago.
Unbelievable. Hell, nobody in the NFL knew who he was.
That's true.
This guy started his first game since high school.
Yep.
Since high school last week.
Yep.
I mean, that's amazing to me. Amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that doesn't happen in the NFL. You know, usually players go through that college track and everything like that from high school to NFL, and then to perform like that,
That's nuts.
He's going to have a career.
As long as he can keep that ball close to his body, stop swinging it out
Yes.
there like he has been, I think he's got a big future in the NFL.
Yep.
Dolphins, of course, in that division has a bye this week.
Yep.
And
actually, I'm glad you brought up Dolphins. I think no matter what, the winner of this matchup is gonna get beat by Dolphins.
you know, and that sucks for your division when you have such a powerhouse like Dolphins. I mean, he's really been handing it to everyone this year.
Yes, he has.
And yeah, I agree. I think it's not going to matter the winner between Pale Ale or Soup Sandwich. I'm pretty sure Dolphins going to take this whole.
But we do have to pick a winner, and because of the running back situation with Ridley on this side and Murray and Brown on the Soup Sandwich side, I'm going to give this a Soup Sandwich. I'm going to have it come down to the running back situation and give it the Soup Sandwich on this one.
I agree. I don't know about the running back. He's got Rice against Washington.
I know he has Ray Rice against Washington, but Ray Rice has for Ray Rice, he's been kind of slow.
He's been kind of sluggish.
And then like we said, we talked about the Ridley Houston thing. I think that the Soup Sandwich's running backs are gonna take over. And I think whatever points he doesn't get in the running backs, he's gonna make up for Breeze over Freeman.
I agree with that.
So
I think I agree with that, and I'm gonna pick Soup Sandwich too. Mostly because in my division, if I'm gonna lose to somebody, I'd rather have it be the winner.
little division love there.
Yeah, there we go. Good luck, Kyle.
Yep. All right, moving on. We've got Team Gilbert going up against Charge It. An even closer projection here. Gilbert with 175 to Charge It's 167. Gilbert wasn't projected that until Thursday when Matt Prater put up 15 points.
This is awesome
For a kicker.
Dude, you can't ask for much more than that.
I mean, how happy are you when you're in the playoffs and you're like, all right, I hope my kicker gets 6 or 7 points. He puts up 15
exactly. If
points.
my kicker gets 6, I'm stoked.
I mean, we were just talking about Soup Sandwich with Eric Decker putting up 16. That's only one more point than Joe Gilbert's kicker. So, I mean,
I know.
what are you going to do?
You can't.
Yeah.
Exactly. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
However,
Yeah.
in his running back spots, we're playing Chris Johnson and Sean Green.
Yeah.
Both very volatile players.
Both very, very much hit or misses.
Yeah, you just never know week to week what's gonna happen. It doesn't even matter. I mean, they're playing. You got Johnson against Indianapolis. You got Green against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Both very rough defenses. They're not very solid. But I just don't see it in the running backs, man. I just don't see it there.
No, and then if you look on the other side, Chargers got Adrian Peterson, who,
Wow.
crap, come back from surgery and best running back.
You know, in the draft, I was scared to even touch him. I didn't want to look at
I
him.
didn't want to touch him.
And I'm kicking myself in the ass now.
Yeah.
You know, it's terrible. It's
Good,
terrible.
good pickup by Chargers.
Great pickup.
Well, let's talk about Chargers team real quick. She does have Megatron, Calvin Johnson going up against Green Bay, and
I don't see the curse, Jason.
I know. The curse was there. The curse was there for the first 10 weeks, damn it.
He's short on touchdowns, but when he loses on touchdown, he makes up in yardage. He's still the top receiver in the NFL.
He did get the yards.
Yeah.
I said if anybody was going to break a curse, it would be Calvin Johnson, but I still don't think it's completely broken.
I don't know.
I'm sticking with it.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see how.
She also has Aaron Rodgers on the other side of the field.
That's true.
Going against the Lions.
That's a big game for you to watch. On,
big game
on Sunday night.
That's gonna be 50% of her points probably right there.
Right.
I mean that's nuts.
The only thing I don't like is that she's kind of stuck with the Ravens defense right now.
Didn't
And
pick
the
up a
Ravens
backup.
defense, you got Webb out, Reed out, Lewis out, and Suggs out. That's the 4 stars of that defense are out. That's a tough one. There's nothing you can do about it because you can't pick up anybody else. So I hope that the Ravens defense kind of doesn't get negative points here.
Yeah.
But
However, looking at Chargers' bench, I think she did everything right. I wouldn't have made any changes.
No.
I think it looks great. Gilbert, on the other hand, we already talked about his running back situation. On his receiving core, though, he put in Stevie Johnson against St. Louis, who did a great job against San Francisco last week.
that's true.
I mean,
St. Louis defense
St. Louis
has kind of been
beat
that like,
San
wait a minute,
Francisco.
what did they put up?
Exactly. I mean,
It's kind of been surprising.
they beat San Francisco. Granted, it was overtime, but they beat, and of course, the awesome kicking by San Francisco. They missed 2 winning
Great
field goals.
delay. But that brings up a good point. St. Louis has actually not lost to San Francisco this year. Think about it.
Yeah, that's true. It's amazing.
They tied once and now they won. So.
Yep.
Um,
And then he's got Crabtree on the bench, which personally, Crabtree against Miami with kind of a shoddy secondary. They usually have a lot of holes.
thanks.
I think. Sorry, I love Miami, but I can't give him that secondary spot. I would take Crabtree against Miami.
Yeah.
Definitely. And he still has till Sunday. We'll see what happens. He changes it up.
He could change it up. I don't think he will. I think he's more of a I'm gonna set my lineup and go with it. He doesn't tinker very much.
Mm-hmm.
But it is food for thought. Something to think about. You never know. And then Charge It. We mentioned Adrian Peterson. Oh, I did want to say one thing. I do I'm going to take charge on this one, and it's not because she's my blood, it's because she's my mom. But I am really happy for her because she's never made my playoffs in any of my leagues. And she finally made the playoffs, and she's done well. And she drafted her own team, she played her own players, she didn't listen to anybody. She did a good job, and for that, I'm going to go for you. And also, I think your running backs are better.
Good job, Uncle Lamar.
Yeah.
We're proud of you. I'm going to take charge on this one as well. And like I said, mainly, I think I want to see a family playoff. I want to see a family.
Yes, the Dolphins Chargers matchup.
So we'll see what happens. I think she could take Big Nick too. Big Nick's got a very solid team. He's got the bye this week, so obviously he's got a solid team. He's had a solid team all year.
Yep.
But I think the Chargers can beat him. She's definitely gonna give him a run for his money.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Bloodbath in Maryland if that happens.
Oh,
okay. There could be a divorce. You never know.
Let's hope not.
Right.
Well, thank you, BYOB. Thanks for having me, Jason.
Yep, no
Good
problem.
luck to everyone.
Good luck to everyone. If you're in it, awesome. If you're not, cheer the person that you're going for. There's always next year. That's fantasy football for you. And good luck. We'll see you next week.
See you.